have caught up with. He tried to hide from us, but he can't. We actually been stalking him since breakfast. That was kind of an accident, but it did happen. So Ronnie, there's a lot going on. But this has been the hardest thing to ignore. Little something people might know, Halo.
It's gone bananas. We built a wonderful, fun, light game that within 2 turns, with a Adepticon, everybody in here can play it.
Yeah, dice.
They know, within 2 turns, they're already getting the dice. They're moving higher to get clear shots.
Yeah.
Everything's so intuitive and elegant and slick. It's really, people have been really impressed with it.
That's awesome.
We've taken a license, which is massive, and then put a really good game with it.
Fantastic.
And I think when you get those 2 things, you get something special.
Yep. I think it sounds like a really great entry point for some people that maybe haven't dabbled in miniature games before either. Got a recognizable IP that people are really passionate about.
I think 100%. I think it's the board games are looking to go a next step. Tick.
Yep.
The hardcore vets who want to have something a little lighter. Tick.
Yep.
And if you want to play it as your game, tick. It stacks up on every level. And we're literally coming out. No Kickstarter. It's direct to retail.
Amazing.
FLGSs. You get it where you normally get your minis. Pre-order ends end of April. If you order a copy from anywhere, from any chat route, when we've got that order, you'll get your copy.
Nice. There you go. Oh, well, that's fantastic. Yeah. What else you got cooking? This isn't just it.
No, we got. Obviously, Warpath was hugely successful.
Yes.
That went big last week. So that's. I think if you go at one end of the scale, here's a 4-man skirmish game. It's player versus player. It's miniatures. It's terrain. You go to the other end. Here's 1,200 figures on a gaming table per side. I think if you think of that as the breadth, that's where Mantic heart. That's where the heart of where we lie.
Love it.
From Halo, Dead Zone, Firefight, Kings of War, Warpath. That's kind of, we do outsides, we do, if it's got hand grenades or dragons or crossbows or bazookas, we're interested. So Worms is just on the fringe of that.
Yeah.
But it's like us playing an away fixture in a board game space. But that was hugely successful. That's going to hit later in the year.
Awesome. And All Out War?
All Out War.
I was very excited to see that get some attention again.
That came back, and we got the Commonwealth done, so another license in it, 10 years, 8 years old, 2016, so that longevity, we always say we don't do many licenses, but when we do them, we look after them, and I think fans of the IPs love that for us.
Oh, they do. As one, we do, yes.
And we're going to do that with this. Yep. That's the plan with Halo. It's a real long-term partnership to build fantastic games, and hopefully there will be more. But I know what we're starting with will be accessible to anybody who's ever fancied moving figures and rolling a dice.
That's awesome. That's very awesome.
And with a crowd straight away. All the Dead Zone players, happily they'll jump in and play it.
Sure.
All the people that are Halo fans that love miniature games, they're going to jump in, and so straight away you're going to get that in-store gaming, which gives you the word of mouth. So fingers crossed, coming out in October.
Looking forward to it.
We are very hot.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, summer of sci-fi, so we're going to be doing a whole lot of Firefight's been very popular at the show. Very popular.
Great.
People loving tanks, and since we added that, where you can have it, you can either play a skirmish-based game with a couple of tanks, or heavily 50-50 tanks and minis. You don't play more minis, just make more tanks. That's really moved it into an unusual space. There's no one really playing tank porn.
That's cool.
On a 6x4 with 12 tanks. It's just great fun, and it's a playable game. So that's captured imagination. So yeah, there we go. Other than that, doing nothing.
Other than that, just lots of free time.
Kings of War. What's up with
Kings of War?
Well, obviously, other than all of that, we've got a Dungeon Saga.
We're currently recruiting for Kings of War. Yeah. Kings of War. That's what we're doing. Yeah.
Other than Kings of War and Dungeon Saga, what about that one? Other than that, and the Invincible card dice game. So Kings of War, Trident Realms next month. Who doesn't want frogs on frogs that spit at you and fire crossbows at you?
Okay.
So and there might even be a frog on frog action. But,
you heard it here first.
Yeah. So they're coming out. So they're getting fresh. They're a big army. We're loving those. And Abyssals later in the year. They're going to get some more plastics.
Nice.
We're talking about Firefight. They're actually getting the first hard plastics outside of a Kickstarter. Matt Sedan and Asterians. So factions for Dead Zone and for Firefight.
Awesome.
Making those playable. And then next month Dungeon Saga hits, which is the family game.
Yep.
play with the kids, plays with the nephews, play with the nieces, play with those people that have played a load of board games but have never gone one step further.
Yep.
This is the playable crossover, a bit like this.
That's a nice sweet spot.
Yeah.
Yep.
And a load of adventures. The app's all up, the first 5 adventures on the app, so you can play with them.
That's
You
great.
don't need to be the GM. You can do if
I
you want to.
love that because Bill always gets stuck having to be the GM when we play like with our grandson and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
And if you want to do the RPG bit, then be the GM and you'll talk them through it. You can explain a bit more. If you actually want to co-op play with them, just get the app. It's beautiful, it's elegant. You tap each door, it shows you what's behind it, you set it up. The AI, the skeletons are fairly straightforward, and it's a classic seek and search and treasure and dungeon crawler. So
love it.
Lots of everything for everybody.
Very cool stuff, Ronnie. Always a pleasure catching up with you.
Thank
Cannot
you.
wait for this to come out. You guys, are you excited about Halo? I'm excited about Halo.
There's the website if you want to find out more. HaloFlashpoint.com. Website went live at 5 a.m. this morning.
All right.
Didn't fall over. So
Hey,
yes.
that's a win.
Yeah. And there's videos of some how to plays. Andy's done a what's in the game. And then over the next 2 months, so I think there's a lot of people who just went, I don't care.
Yeah,
It's
Halo.
Mantic, it's
Yeah.
Halo we're in. But over time, we've got, Andy's going to do a whole series of how to plays. He's going to introduce all the factions, how each one works.
Great.
And take people through this demo that we're doing here, but all online, so that you get comfortable with what it is you're playing and if it's your kind of game or not.
Love it. All right, Ronnie. Well, thanks for chatting with us.
It's a
Always
pleasure.
great to
Thank
see
you, lady.
I will
Thank
see
you.
you guys in the next one.
Have a good one, everyone. Bye-bye.